Ladies and gentlemen, your boy is finally employed. After 10 long months of job searching, I finally landed my first gig as a software developer. I finally broke into tech in 2024. And if you're listening to this, if I can do it, you can do it. So, after I got out the military, I was unemployed for 6 months, but I've been job searching for 10 months. Those of you who've been following my past couple of videos, if you're following along, you would know this. I got out of the military a few months ago, actually more than that, almost 8 months ago now. I was unemployed for 6 months. It was getting very stressful. Thankfully we had some money saved up in our savings, but it was starting to get very thin. It was very stressful. I contemplated a lot of things, contemplated getting a regular job that I didn't like. But I kept pushing, I kept trying. I submitted application after application, job after job, went on Indeed, Google, LinkedIn, you name it. But the job I got, guys, it's a federal job. Okay, so I'm actually working as a software developer for the DoD, the Department of Defense. So the culture, the work, and everything is pretty similar to the military, so I'm very familiar with it. You have to get a CAT card. You have to, in process and sign in with the CAT card. And I work with a lot of uniformed people and service members, so it's nice. It's nice to be able to work with the military again, even though I'm not in it anymore. But now I get to continue to serve my country in a different way, in a way that I've always wanted to, which is to be a software developer. So the benefits are great. I highly encourage anyone who's out there still searching for a job. If you haven't already, keep trying, but try for a federal job. Go on usajobs.com. There's plenty out there. Also, try to utilize someone in your network. If you know someone who works for the government, reach out to them. It could be a friend or family member. But anyway, to tell a little bit more about the story. So I applied for this job on usajobs.com back in June, I believe. I got the interview on July. Now, personally, I thought the interview went decent. They did ask me a few questions that I wasn't familiar with, particularly in the database realm. But everything else I answered pretty confidently and pretty well. After that, I got a tentative job offer in August. Went through the entire process for it. Went to the doctor, got my physical. Then I got my final job offer at the end of August, and I started in September. Let me tell you, folks, I have never been happier with a job before. The work-life balance is amazing. I get to telework 3 days a week and 2 days in the office. The stacks that they're using are React, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. They also use C# and .NET. And they're pretty big on SharePoint, Microsoft 365, and Power Apps, all of which I have experience in. So it's pretty much perfect. My coworkers are great. They've been in the space for a very long time. I get along with them quite well. My supervisor is also great. He's a retired military. He's been in the IT space for probably over 20 years as well. The work, the life, everything is amazing. I've waited so long to be able to do all of this, and now I finally made it. And again, guys, if I did it, you can do it too. So keep trying, keep pushing, don't give up. And this doesn't just go for only software development. If you're trying to break into tech in general, in IT, keep going. There are opportunities out there. Just keep trying. Tailor your resume for each job that you put in. Don't be lazy. Don't be a lazy job seeker. For every single job that you put in, go into the job description, copy a few of the bullet points, and either paste it and or reword it into your resume before you submit it. Tailored resumes are key. Also, on top of that, having a great portfolio helps too. So build your own portfolio by scratch, make a few projects, focus on quality over quantity. I'd rather you have 3 really good, full stack projects. It doesn't have to be full stack, but just a very few really well developed hand coded projects than a whole bunch of smaller, not significant projects, if that makes sense. So, stay away from the to-do list type apps. Those are okay. You can include them in your portfolio, but try to build something a little bit more advanced. I'm not saying build a whole social media platform or application, no, but something more complex than a simple to-do list or something along those lines. Put yourself in the interviewer or the hiring manager's shoes. If you were to hire this person and you took a look at their portfolio and you saw their type of projects that they built, what would impress you? What would you look for, But anyway, going back to my job. So some of you might be curious about the salary. So I'll be honest, the salary for the entry level role that I got, it's decent. It's not super high. It's not super low either. But let's just say it's good enough. But that doesn't matter, because the work-life balance is amazing. It honestly makes up for the salary. But more importantly, this is also me getting my foot in the door. And that's the key for everyone out there who's listening right now. You need to get your foot in the door. Do what you love first, and then the money will come afterwards. Remember that. If you're doing this solely for the monetary benefit, for that high salary that people tend to believe that we make in IT, which is not wrong, but if you're doing this for the wrong reasons, you're not going to last. Do it because you want to, because you're passionate about being a software developer, or you're passionate about cybersecurity, or you're passionate about IT. The money will come along, I promise. But basically, accept whatever job or opportunity you can out there. The money will come later, I promise you. Getting your foot in the door right now is what's most important. I promise you, once you make it, it will feel so worth it. And you'll be so happy as I am right now. If this means looking for startups who need developers, go for it. Or maybe some small town business who has a small IT department, try that. Try anything that will help you, give you a chance. Anything that will help give you or get your foot in the door. During the 6 months that I was unemployed, I also considered, trying other fields in IT, such as, maybe system admin or, cybersecurity. Because IT is very broad, right? So it's not just about being a software developer. There's so many different paths you can take. So I considered doing, business analyst or whatever I could do, right? But deep down, I really, really wanted to be a software developer. And I finally freaking got it. So if there's something in particular you really want to do, keep trying. Now, if you're struggling financially and, you have a family like me or whatever the case may be, and you need a job, then yeah, take a different path if you have to. If it's easier, if you can get a job quicker, whatever the case may be. But if you're able to, if you're able to wait it out and tough it out a little bit, keep trying for what you really want. If you really want to be a developer, keep going for it. Keep trying. You will get there. I promise you. The position that I got, there was a guy who actually had my position, but he left to another company. So therefore, his position opened up, which allowed them to post up the job listing, which I applied for. Now I got it. So also keep in mind, people within tech are always, not always, but typically they move around quite often, it seems like. At least every couple of years or so. But the point is, because of those people moving around, you will have an opportunity to fit in that gap somewhere, wherever it's missing. So keep trying, keep grinding, and keep working hard. You will get there, I promise. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode.